Good morning, brothers and sisters. Remember, you can support this YouTube channel by the links in the description box, donation, and the Pockets of the Future Patreon account, as well as sharing these videos, subscribing, and all those types of things. Now, I made a video, I don't know what it was, maybe a month ago, maybe in February, probably in February. And it was about this fashion show. Some viewer sent me a link to this fashion show where they had these weird demons doing a performance. This is where I first got the idea that this is the year of the beast. And the fashion show, the fashion itself was bizarre. The whole thing was bizarre. I think the video was entitled "The Weirdest Thing I've Seen on YouTube." And then, I don't know, a couple of days ago, another viewer sent me this link to a performance. It's the band's called Cedia Pass or something like this. And the performance they do on the street, and you get a better look at the demons that are doing this performance. And it's funny because when I first saw this in, I don't know, February, a couple months ago, I was like, wow, this is really bizarre and weird. And then I saw this thing on Facebook, and I was like, yeah, it's just 2017. Just, a normal day in 2017. And apparently this band has their own YouTube channel and now their own Facebook page. And this is something that's moving around the internet, watching these demons play their drums and do their dances and all the rest of it. And what I realized about all this, at least it's brought it forth in my consciousness, when you need to get purified on a spiritual level, when you have impurities in your system, spiritual impurities, things that are just an ego creation, the creation of somebody saying I am and I do, separate from God, separate from the collective. When people go off script and start behaving individually in an egotistical way that is in some way contradicting or going against their role and God's and our soul's plan for us, when we go against our soul's plan and God's plan for us and we deviate from the natural order of things, then there is a period where whatever things that we did collectively and as an individual has to be cleaned off. And that is always unpleasant. It is always unpleasant. The purification process is always unpleasant. Now, if you think about somebody who's addicted to some hardcore drugs, but even when you're addicted to something like caffeine, and then you go off caffeine and you get headaches and these types of things, there's a withdrawal period. And all these toxins are purged out of your system when your body has to detoxify. And on a spiritual level, it's even more intense. And so whatever people have been thinking about collectively, bad thoughts, bad actions, anything that we've done that's wrong as individuals and collectively, and there is going to be a change in the vibrational frequency, an evolution, a spiritual evolution of the planet and its inhabitants, and particularly human beings, then all of the negativity, all of the things that are ego manifestation, all the addictions, all the wrong behavior, and really all the wrong thoughts, hateful thoughts, selfish thoughts, everything that people feel guilty and ashamed about, all the things that we have done that are separate from God's creation, have to come to the surface and be brought out. All the lies and these types of things. There's lots of people in the New Age community thinking that you don't have to go through something painful to get, it's just a metamorphosis. I've given the example of the butterfly and these types of things. But what you see now in 2017, and I don't think it's as bad as it's going to get. I mean, I think we're just at the tip of the iceberg. I mean, it's just something that's coming to the surface. It's been coming to the surface for the last 10 or 15 years, and now it's rising in intensity. But this demon dance that you see is, to me, just a great metaphor for what's going on. It's just all this ugliness, all of these things are coming to the surface. The debt-based economic system, the wars, the hypocrisy, the lies, centuries and centuries of deception and all these things. We're talking about thousands of years here of human deception and humans living in a way that we're not designed to live. And I think all of us are starting to feel it. I think it's bogging us down, especially spiritual people, sensitive people. But you see that everybody's kind of freaking out, especially our so-called leaders, and they're acting in a way that's illogical, that they're acting in an erratic, impulsive way. You see bad decisions being made on a daily basis in terms of corporations and war, and just not thinking things through, not thinking about the consequences. And I think you're going to see more and more of this as we head deeper into this so-called apocalypse. At the other end of it, it'll be something great, but we have to go through a cleaning process, a purification process of all this negative energy to get to that next stage of human existence and human evolution. And so, I mean, it's mostly a good thing, but right now it doesn't feel that way. And I just look at this demon dance as being a really true metaphor of what's going on here. All right, this is Paul Romano, definitely reporting from the apocalypse. Everybody have a blessed day.